What's up, what's up, what's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Today we are going down the rabbit hole with a collective message on where you can open up to more fun and more play. You know, being on this spiritual journey, one of the most important aspects of this is to really create with that solar plexus chakra and to open yourselves up to the lightness and the funness of life and not being so serious, which can actually be difficult. You know, I know from personal experience, sometimes it's difficult to say, okay, I'm just going to set aside work for today and I'm really going to enjoy myself and do things that bring me happiness and make me laugh and let me enjoy life, you know. And so I feel like this is an important message to bring to the collective at this time. Remember, it is a general reading. But before we get there, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live, knowing that that is a free way to support the channel as well as to connect me with your energy to get you guys out more resonating readings. If you're interested in supporting the channel further or in getting a personal reading, that will always be linked down below in the description box. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone who has liked, shared, commented, subscribed, who has donated, is thinking about donating, who has gotten a personal reading or is thinking about getting a personal reading. You guys are truly amazing and it means so much to me. I want to send a shout out to my OGs, my new Gs, and anybody who allows me your most precious asset, your time. As always, it's an honor, a blessing, a privilege being here, giving you guys these messages. And my prayer, as always, is that any of the videos of mine that you happen to watch fall upon your heart in a way that reminds you to use your intuition, to use your discernment, to take back your power, and to make the decisions that serve your highest journey in this here, now, here moment. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Source, where can the collective watching this video open up more to play and love? Where can they open up more to play and love, play and fun, play and love? I guess it's the same thing, right? To love what you do, play what you do. How can my collective open up to more play and fun? How can my collective open up to more play and fun? Taking action towards self-care. So I think it's important for you guys to remember exactly what I was saying, that, you know, mothering yourself is hard to do. But when you guys have a hard week or a rushed week or something like that, you know, it is okay to take one of those days off and to devote it to yourself. That is not going to make you get behind, contrary to popular belief. In fact, have you ever noticed sometimes that you'll work and you'll work and you'll work extra hard and you'll work even harder and harder and you still always somehow seem to be behind, but then you'll have like a week that's pretty chill and relaxed and you'll do things that you really love, and then somehow in that 1 week you get so far ahead. Like, that's what they're saying. Like, don't be afraid to take that time for yourself. So, Source, how can my collective open up to more play and fun? It is a really warm day here where I'm at. It's in the 80s today on this beautiful March afternoon. We're coming up into spring. I'm super excited. So, and just know these are timeless readings, guys. I don't know why they're making me shuffle so much. Honestly, I don't usually shuffle like this, but they want me to keep going. I guess there's a true message coming through. So I'm getting some highly heavy Cancerian energy coming through here. Fixed. So I feel like you need to be fixed in the way that you play. Like, don't sacrifice what makes you lighthearted. Don't sacrifice what gives you joy. Don't sacrifice what makes you guys laugh. You know, for me, when I began hula hooping, that I would say is probably one of the start of my spiritual journey, when I would hula hoop. And I've had such a difficult time keeping the hoop around my waist. And now I can hula hoop. Like, now I can keep it around my waist. I can do tricks and stuff like that. But let me tell you, when I could hold it up for like just 3 turns, I would laugh because it would be more than 2 turns, you know. And that's what they're saying, like doing things like that. Okay, thank you, Source. Sorry, guys, I know this is a long intro, but they're just giving me things to tell you guys right now. That's what they're focused on, but we're going to get into it here in just a second. They told me one more, and let's go. So I feel like it's important for you guys to do stuff like that, you know, belly dancing, just in general, singing, playing games, you know, like go out and play Nerf gun with your kids or doing things like that. Yeah, there's definite strength that's coming from that. I feel like that's what's bringing in your strength, is opening up to more fun and play. But let's see here. What do we got? Okay. I want 2 more. I'm going to have to make room for them, Source. How can my collective open up to more fun and play? How can my collective open up to more fun and play? To play and fun? Okay. Yeah, changing your perspective. What do we got here? Yeah. Okay. You know what? Here's the deal. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you think that, and this is for a very adult audience, okay? We have the Empress on the bottom with the star. What more could you want? All right, let's get into this. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to talk about this in just a minute. A lot of you guys think sex is fun. Sex is play. Sex and physical intimacy is where you guys loosen up. Like, that's where you guys relieve yourself of a lot of stress. And I'm not saying that doesn't work, okay? But Source is pointing out here with the Page of Wands and the Lovers both in reverse that this is actually not a conducive way towards your journey. Plus, we have the Hangman in reverse here showing that there's just a skewed perspective on this. Like, you guys, like, it's like, oh yeah, well, I know how to have fun. Like, hey, honey, you want to go and bounce around a little bit? Like, no, they're saying, like, that's okay, but when you guys use that as your only source of fun, you guys are missing the point of life. Like, fun can be going out and hiking and being in nature. And so I feel like how you guys can open up to more fun and play, it's a simple answer here. Not putting all your fun and play based around sexual encounters. Okay, there's something here that's very truly highly based in sexual encounters and being able to communicate that. And realizing that you guys have a demon that you're facing here that you need to get under control, okay? And I'm not saying sex is bad. It's not. I'm just saying that as adults, we lose our childish candor, I think is the word they're trying to go through. Well, anyways, we lose our childish view on life, and we forget what it is to have a good time. So the other day, I was walking in the morning with my dog on my prayer walk, and after I'd said all my prayers and my affirmations and my gratitude, I still had a long way to go. I just walked extra long that morning. I wasn't paying attention. I looked up and I was like, wow, I've gone so far. And I was asking my guides, how can I be more fun? And then all of a sudden they wanted me to imagine that I was this princess and that I had this friend and that we loved to go and play outside together. And so this whole time I'm like talking out loud. I probably looked like a crazy person, but I was like, you know what? My friend Sophia and I, we're the best of friends and we really love life. And you know what I love the most about Sophia is that she lets me be my goofy, silly self. And then I was walking on the rocks and I was trying to balance on the rocks. And I was like, see, I'm walking over the bridge. There's a big old lava pit down below. Like, I was using my imagination and I was like allowing myself to just be whatever. If somebody walked up, who cares? And I feel like Source is telling me to tell you this story because I feel like this collective that I'm talking to, that this is resonating with, where really you guys, you think that the only thing that you can do to have fun is to have sex. It's not. Sex is not the only thing you can do to have fun. There's so much more to life. You have something that's growing, but in order for you guys to manifest that quicker, you have to come into a more playful, fun self. That could be playing card games. That could be... what is that hop, skip? What was that? Oh, the skippity hop. Do you guys remember that? Maybe y'all aren't old enough for that, but the skippity hop, that thing that you put on your ankle and you kick it around and jump over it and it would count how many jumps you did. Man, that thing was so cool back when I was a kid. But, find toys from when you were a kid and play with them again. And I can hear you guys, that's stupid. I can hear it. Guys, don't sit here and tell me no. I'd be like, that's stupid. Why would I do that? Part of this journey is allowing yourself to be free from the burdens of adulthood, okay? We have come into a place where we think adulting is forgetting what it is to be a child. You ever meet people, do you have any friends that are like kids at heart? I'm a big kid at heart. They always say I'm a big kid at heart, and they always seem to have a smile on their face, and like they see a playground and they go and make the playground their playground, right? Like one time I was walking in Boulder, and it was at one of my favorite parks, and they have these beautiful playgrounds there. And there were all these young adults there. I can't say they were teenagers. I think they were all in their 20s because they all had beers and stuff like that. But they were playing tag on the kids' equipment. There were no kids there, and so it was just them. They were all adults, but there must have been like 20 of them. And they were all chasing each other, and it was just this big deal. And I remember laughing, and I was like, that's such a great idea to have adult tag. You know, when I was with my cousins last year, one of the kids, one of my little baby cousins, he loved Nerf gun, and he had tons of Nerf guns. And so one day I was like, hey, why don't we have a Nerf gun fight? And so we went out in the back, and guys, we were laughing so hard by the end of it. It was just a great fun. You know, like, to be a kid is to be free of worry. And so I feel like you guys have this perspective that you really believe that sex is the only way that you can let loose and enjoy yourself. Well, what happens, it's just a question, don't freak out. You know, some of you guys are still pretty young. Some of you guys are my age, and some of you guys are older, but it doesn't matter. But what happens when you're not able to do the dance with no pants no more? Then what are you going to do for fun? I heard golf. That was the first thing that came in, golf. So why aren't you golfing now? Because I have sex. Well, okay, so see what I'm saying? Like, you're not really getting the point of having a good time. So where can you open up to more fun and play is changing your perspective on this activity. You know, the Lovers in Reverse talks about promiscuity. So you guys could have multiple partners. It doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are in a relationship. You guys could be single, right? But there's a lot of promiscuity here, and that could even be with just one partner. It doesn't mean that just because you're in a relationship you can't be promiscuous. Like, you can be promiscuous with them. You can have all kinds of ideas with them. You guys can get really down and dirty with them, right? But what I'm saying is that that's the highlight of this reading here, and the perspective there is just not in a place where it could be. You know, if the Hangman were in the upright, it would be like you guys are comfortable in being open to new ideas. But with it being here in the reverse, it's saying that you guys are like already kind of resistant to this energy, like resistant to play. You know, I was driving in town, and there was this pregnant lady, and she was so beautiful. And I don't know if she was with her brother or a family member or her significant other, but she was with this man, and he had a video camera, and he was videoing her as she skipped in the grass. And so she could have just been doing a photo shoot, who knows? But it was just watching her skip like a little girl. I just laughed, because it's like, always, if you guys open your eyes, you'll always be reminded of what it is to be a kid. You know, like, it doesn't have to be anything radical. It could just be as simple as skipping, right? Like going outside and skipping again. Going outside and pretending you're someone else. Pretending you're in the story of a child. You know, what did you do as a kid to entertain yourself? Playing with Barbie dolls, playing with G.I. Joe, playing with NASCAR, playing with, you know, like whatever it was. Hell, even get your old, what are those, the Easy Bake Ovens out? Shoot, get an Easy Bake Oven out. Why do you got to do it in the kitchen when you have an Easy Bake Oven? That reminds you of being a kid. It's just fun. It's entertaining. It's different. You know, you say, well, that's childish. No, that's childlike. There's a difference. This is childish. Okay, this is childish to believe the only way that you can have fun is to have sex. That's childish. That's immature. Okay, that's what childish means, to be immature. But to have fun is to be childlike, not immature. And look, what happens when you do this is you guys are going to come up into this beautiful Empress energy, which is that strong feminine energy. Plus, it's going to make you guys shine in a different way. Like, this is shine bright like a diamond. I keep hearing shine bright like a diamond. Like, y'all are going to shine bright. You know, sometimes I just go and sing. Like, y'all know I love to sing because I sing to you guys on these videos, like, all the time. And it doesn't matter. It's not for professionalism. I'm not here to be professional. I'm here to just enjoy myself and to be myself. Right? And that's what they're talking about. That's all it is. To enjoy your inner child is to just do the things that you like to do. You know, what you do as a child. Those things matter. Those things have weight. Those things play a part in your journey. You know, there's no balance here right now. But if you guys choose to balance out that energy and do the things that bring you love and fun and laughter, you know, I like to dance. Sometimes I'll just turn on music and I'll dance and I'll dance and I'll dance until I can't stand up anymore. And then I'll laugh because I'll play the same song, you know, like 100 times in a row. Like, if I find a song that I love, guys, I'll be like, oh, you and I are going to have beef. And that's my thing. Like, I just say that And the reason I say that is because it reminds me of it's okay to want to play a song over and over again. It's okay to want to play it 100 times. Who gives a shit, you know? Like, oh, because people say that that's not the adult thing to do. Well, you can take your adulting and go be with yourself. No, I don't want this one. I thought I wanted some of these. I want to get one of these. You know, and guys, the spiritual journey is all about embracing ourselves as a whole being. Just because we're an age of what people think is an adult doesn't mean that we can't be childlike again. You know, you ever met grandfathers and grandmothers who still played with their kids? Like, I always think of, what's that movie? Robin Williams played in it. Adam? No. When he became the doctor, or not the doctor, but when he was like, he had that disease where he was like 40 years old but he was really 10-year-old. And well, anyways, in the beginning of the movie, him and his mom are playing with, you know, laser guns, and they're running all over the house, and she's all dressed up for it and everything like that. And what is it going to do? If you guys embrace your childlike innocence, you guys are going to ground yourselves even more. And that means you guys are going to manifest even faster. But anyways, like, you guys need that. What is it? Jack? Is that the name of the movie? Jack? It'll help bring equality. It's like balance, right? Bringing equality. You're going to balance out that adult energy with the childlike energy. And yes, that's a necessity on this journey. Let's see what some of these messages are. Stop seeking revenge. Okay, so maybe that's why you guys are being promiscuous. For some of you guys, you're seeking revenge to get out somebody. Like basically saying, you broke my heart, so I'm going to go sleep with as many people as I can, and that's the only fun that I'm having. Spring. Yeah, there's transformation that's waiting to be tapped into here. Okay? Plus, we're coming up on spring, so that may be a powerful time for you. Again, I don't usually use these as a time frame, but because we're so close to spring, it could very well be. Wow, source coming in. You aren't putting in any real effort. Whoa. Sorry, guys. Like, again, that's the ghetto bag. Who knows what messages are going to come out. Glow up. Exactly. That's what I said. When you guys embrace your childlike nature, you guys are going to glow up into this beautiful Empress energy, and you guys are going to shine like you haven't before. But it's up to you guys. I mean, you have to want to embrace that. Your intuition is correct. I feel like you guys have been being led to be more childlike, to embrace that inner child, to heal the inner child wounds, right? But there's more to this just healing the wounds. It's like once we heal those wounds, we have to remind our inner child that there's a reason that they're here with us. So your intuition is correct. It's leading you down the right road. You have spiritual attachment, cut ties for those of you guys seeking revenge. Yeah, you need to cut attachments to these energies because this energy, if you guys are sleeping with multiple partners, okay, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just saying that you guys start to take on energies of other people and you start to get lost in their energies rather than you being the soul energy of yourself, right? There's strength in you guys owning your own energy, but when you sleep with a lot of people, you start to take on their energies and you're not really sure what's your energy and what's their energy. Look, sexual healing. What? Guys, I can't with you. And I was talking about that at the beginning, you know, connecting with the sacral chakra. Well, this talking about sexual healing here again, letting go of this need to always sleep with a lot of people. So whoever this is resonating with, even if you're not sleeping with a lot of people, it's just stop using sex as the only way for you to have fun in any one day. Like, you know, when you get done and you guys are all spent and famished and whatever, and you're like, man, that was a good time. You know, what else can you do that's a good time? Yeah, here we go. Somebody's trying to get back at somebody. That's why promiscuity keeps coming up. The situation requires love, not payback. So there's definitely a reason that you're not connecting with your inner child right now is because you guys are trying to get back at somebody for hurting you. It says, what do you feel you are really winning from this? Exactly. So if you guys are trying to sleep with a whole bunch of people to try and get back at somebody, what do you feel like you're really winning from the situation? I don't usually draw that many, but Source wanted me to pull out all those. Why? Look, seeking revenge. What do you feel you're winning? It requires love, not payback. Sexual healing. We were talking about sex this whole time. Cutting those spiritual attachments, those ties that you have to people that aren't serving you. but putting in real effort this time, not just kind of like hoping that things are going to work for you, because there's a rebirth waiting to happen for your glow up. Look at this. We have number 30 coming out, Songlines, Orca. You guys are healing family generational curses. Like, you're not the only one that's done this in your family. And it might not be your immediate family. This could be long distant cousins that are doing the exact same thing. You know, one thing I learned on this journey is that as much as we think we're doing something completely different from our family, what our distant family will teach us is that we are actually repeating some very, very same mistakes in our family. Forest, breath. Here we go. It's time for you guys to breathe. Like, when you get into this energy of fight or flight, because that's what breath is attached to. When you're not breathing deeply into yourself and into the situation, and just knowing that you guys can come at it calmly, you'll get into the fight or flight. And part of this is you guys being in the fight mode, saying, I have to get back at this person by sleeping with as many people as I can, or, you know, whatever it is. This is for those of you that are seeking revenge through multiple partners, because again, the Lovers in Reverse does talk about multiple sexual partners. Okay, it's a lot deeper than that, but in this situation, that's what's coming up. It's talking about those sexual partners, especially being following the Page of Wands in the reverse, which talks about immature sexual beliefs. Okay, and so remember, being immature is different than being childlike. Being immature is childish behavior. Being childlike is embracing our sacral chakra, which is sexual healing on a deeper level. It's time for you guys to find something that really brings you a sense of fun. It could be painting. It could be telling jokes. It could be laughing. It could just be having a good time with your kids. What do your kids like to do that's not playing video games? Right? You guys can learn so much from kids. You know, I sit right next to a playground right here where I'm at. I get to see kids play all the time, and I feel like that's what inspired me to be somebody else for a moment, to be this princess, this life that I'm not living. You know, it's using your imagination can go a long way. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this helps. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.